You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. Hi guys, this is how to play You Really Got Me. We're doing the full song, including the solo, but this is basically a power chords workout. If you need any help with the power chords, check out my electric guitar starter course, which you will find by clicking the link just here in the top corner. Let's get you straight in for a close-up. Here we go with the classic You Really Got Me. Such an inspiration to so many of my favourite bands, and a classic cover band riff as well. Very simple in some ways, and in some ways so difficult for so many people to learn. So let's see how we can do this. The best way to learn the riff, I believe, is by starting off just learning it with one finger, with the first finger. Let's get the pattern down and then switch to power chords, okay? So we need to start with the first finger at the first fret, thickest E string. We're going to play this once and then slide to the third fret of that same string. And it's really important that we slide rather than lifting off and pushing back down again. So we're just playing one note to begin with. This is the root note of our chord, F to the G. But if we can do that without lifting your first finger off, then we're really going to nail this riff. And until you've got that skill, this riff will be incredibly difficult for you. Notice that when I do that, you don't hear, the slide happen particularly. I'm not making a feature of it like I would do in a solo or something. We're moving, and as soon as I arrive at this fret, we pick at the same time. And we're going to actually pick this note twice. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you can do that, I promise you, stick with this video and you'll be able to play this riff and this awesome song. But you need that skill first of all. So we've gone 1, 3, 3. Fret numbers wise, all on the thickest string. We're then going to go 1 to 3 a final time, and that's it. That's why I say it's so simple. So 1, 3, 3, 1, 3. Now we're also having to move back here, back to that first fret, and it's the same technique. When you play 3, we need to slide back to here and pick at the same time. Notice until I finish, there are no pauses and there's no silence because that first finger is down the whole time. And of course, good practice with fretting any note. We want to be at this good side of the fret and not over at this bad side. Otherwise, it will start to sound like, it'll sound like I'm a beginner, and I don't want that. You don't want that too. Even if you are, you don't want to sound like one. Move your first finger over this side of the fret, almost on top of the fret itself, the line, the metal strip, but not quite. We're just in this good area. Nice and simple. Stay on the tip of that first finger. And that's what we're looking for. And we repeat it and we have that riff already. You really got me, you got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay, that's the backbone of this whole song. Now, many times when you're playing this along to the record, you may notice it doesn't always sound right, and that's because the original record was either sped up slightly or I don't know, but it's slightly higher. It's kind of in between tonally between the F and the F sharp for that first chord and from there. So depending on the version that you're doing, you may want to go F to G, which is definitely how they do it live. It's how you'll see it in tab, and on all the videos that I've checked out on my website that are up here for you to watch for yourself for research. It's FG, but sometimes on the original recording, 2 to 4 just kind of sounds better. So let's have a quick practice at that one as well. It's often the case with these old 60s numbers and some 70s songs that they kind of hang in between the key. They're not quite in standard tuning. But for practice purposes and to nail it to the official way that the Kinks played it live, it is F to G, and there's some live versions that you can play along to on my website. Great stuff. Let's add this, add the power chord to what we have already. So this is the F power chord, no middle finger, first finger's just on its tip, so first finger looks like this. Third and little finger also on their tips, third and little finger. If that is comfortable for you, there's no issues. If it really isn't, make sure that your elbow is into your body. That's definitely number one. And with these wider fret power chords, the ones down at the bottom of the neck, we can play them just with the little finger, but we have to move it a string up. And we just therefore be playing string 6 and string 5. That's the easier way to do it, believe it or not. Notice I am sliding, but you're not really hearing the slide as a feature. That's what we're doing. And the full proper way, third and little finger down. Sounds virtually the same. If you need any more help with the way that you're playing power chords than what I've covered already, you know, keeping the elbow in, fingers on the tips, and just those general pointers we've worked through, it is all in my electric guitar starter course, which you'll also find in this little link here. Link's also in the description as well. It's a short course of all these sort of key skills for rock, introductory rock rhythm guitar, basically. Getting into some lead on lessons 9 and 10 in that sort of 10 lesson course, 10 video course, but it's like a short course just for all these riff skills, basically. So that's the start. This is the intro, and this goes all the way through the first verse as well. Girl, you really got me going, you got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Yeah. You really got me now, you got me so I can't sleep at night. Then we do the exact same riff, but move it up 2 frets. So where you already are when you finish the riff on G, we do it from G to A. So far we've stuck to all the dots that are on my guitar, because I have an extra one at 1st fret on my Gretsch. And we'll be going here, and then we're going to move a string down. So we're always going to be on the dots with this riff. And that's when it sort of moves up a key almost, really. Yeah, you really got me going, you got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. And then after that one, for the final high bit, it's a string down. And we move the first finger, third and little finger all down a string. Or if you're playing it like this, just move everything a string down, basically. And we're here. Oh yeah, you really got me going, you got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me, you really got me, you really got me. Finishing 3rd fret power chord at on this C power chord, basically, letting it ring, and then the whole thing starts again. See, don't ever set me free, I always wanna be by your side. And the whole song is in that pattern. So beginning 1 to 3, it does that for sort of two parts of the verse. Third part, 3 to 5. You really got me going, you got me so I don't know what I'm doing now. Down a string again for the final part of the verse into the chorus. Oh yeah, you really got me now, you got me so I can't sleep at night, you really got me. He says you really got me 3 times. You really got me, you really got me, you really got me. And then when we're into the solo section, there is a solo, but it's just all over. Okay, it's just that riff, and that's all really that happens. Cool, let me give you something to do for the solo. Okay, that is what we're going for. Not for beginners. I will just get too much hate from YouTube commenters if I don't teach this solo. I know it, you guys all want the solos to this stuff, so we're going to do it, okay. So, if you struggle with any of this, we're doing, all this is based on the G minor pentatonic. Okay, and you could just make one up, basically. If you were in a band or you just wanted to practice your licks, just make one up. I've got a full lead guitar course coming in November of 2017 that will show you exactly what I've just done there and what you would do in this situation, or some ideas for it and the techniques. But he starts a third finger supported by the middle finger, bending up on the third string. And the first finger is also here at the second string. Kind of a Chuck Berry. That kind of idea. Bending up with the wrist, not really with the fingers. It's those that bend up rather than the fingers pushing up. The fingers don't really move at all. I'm just doing this with my hands. See the wrist go crazy? That's the reason, okay? And we do that like 4 or 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th fret. 3rd fret. Now I always thought you went to here, but on the tab I'm seeing it goes to the open string. The 3rd string's a little bit out of tune there. And I think that bit is easier. And after checking out a few live versions, it doesn't play it the same way twice, but that's what's happening. So have total freedom. This is such a cool thing about lead guitar. Everyone wants to nail it to the record, but you can do whatever the hell you want as long as you're in the right area. Bend up. Minor pentatonic. Whichever one of those you prefer, it doesn't matter. Open to 3rd. Or the first 2 notes of the 2nd octave of your minor pentatonic. I guess you could do that one as well. Okay, and then there's this little lick. Which always used to flummox me as I was learning this as a teenager. Little finger top of the minor pentatonic to 1st finger. Okay. If this is all like, whoa, what are you doing, Andy? This is all crazy. I have my top 10 easy lead guitar solos as well up on YouTube now with full tutorials for every video, or there'll be that shortly anyway, if depending on scheduling when they come out. Check that one out to learn some easier solos. You know, we got like Wonderful Tonight up there. Another couple of Eric Clapton ones, a couple of Chili Peppers ones. I think that will really serve you well and learn. Learn this bending in a more easier context. After that solo, same as the first section again, basically. I think it repeats the second verse. So see, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side. And then oh yeah, as we did before. And then finally, oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. That was 3 times, 3 repetitions of You Really Got Me. And then 1, 2, 3 short power chords of that D power chord, that final one. And then finally let ring. And that is how to play You Really Got Me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my electric guitar starter course, the link for which is just there. If you want to check out these sort of power chord techniques and an introduction to lead guitar playing and lead guitar soloing. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.